Hello everyone, welcome back to a special video. So this is a new mold from Molds and Shapes and it's their new coaster, flower coaster mold, and it's the poppy theme. So before I tell you a little bit more about this mold, I'm showing you my colors. So I used some right inks and you can see it for my red. You can see I used different tones, also a pink. Then I have my opaque color and I'm using the pink in there as well. And for my opaque, I used the white pigment drops from Etta Art and also added some strawberry resin ink. And here I also have some mica powder, and I mixed this poppy with the interference rose and I got this color. So I'm quite curious about my wild color mix, if this is gonna work. And I thought for this mold, I try the seashell technique. So I'm starting with the more reddish tone. You see it there. It's like a reddish pink because the poppy flowers, they can be very nice red, but sometimes they also go into a pinkish sheen. You also get them in yellow, I have seen, yellow orange. So this is something to try as well. But I start with those pinkish reddish colors and I hope it's gonna work well. You see these molds and it's a design from Marianne, as far as I know, from Molds and Shapes. She drew this design, and you have this elegant lining, and it's very delicate, this lining. And I'm curious how I'm gonna cope doing the lines later on. But anyway, now you see me adding my second color, and you cannot really see a difference because they are so close to each other. But trust me, this color is slightly different. So I always mixed the colors myself, where I thought, I have the right shade maybe for the poppies. And now I'm using the mixture of the poppy mica powder and the interference rose. And I think this is a very interesting color, mixing those two together. So this is my third color, and I'm pouring. I'm sorry, my language today is terrible, but I had a hard day behind me. I went to Germany, I came back, I did my yoga lesson, and now I'm doing my voiceover. So please have mercy with me. So I really like this technique because you pour from one side with the seashell technique, and I thought this mold is perfect for this. And yeah, I thought, why not trying this way to pour? I really think those colors are very interesting as well. So this is now my opaque color. I put it in brackets white, and I'm pouring this also from the one side, and I just let everything flow till the mold is also full. I still need a little bit of space for my clear resin because there should be some clear resin just to push out and to make the resin move proper. And I also want to add some glass stones at the bottom of this mold. So just a quick torch here. Please always be careful using a torch because you can easily burn your resin or your mold. And now you see me adding my clear resin just from one side again, and it gives a little bit of a push and hopefully also a nice design. The seashell technique always looks different depending on from the mold and also from the depth of the mold. So this mold is not so deep, it's 8 millimeter deep, so the effects are slightly different than in a deeper mold. And it's a quite compact mold, so each chapter, each poppy is like more compact, and it also gives different effects comparing to a mold which is, for instance, narrow and long. So It's with every technique, it depends on so many things like a mold or whatsoever. I didn't tell you the resin I was using. I'm using here the Radiant Flow from Dipon. I ran out of my Ultra Cast, so I thought, why not trying the Radiant Flow? And this, of course, will also give a different design. Anyway, so just a quick torch again, and then I will have a look what I can put for stones into the gaps. And I thought I'd just go with black because you have black with the poppies. And I thought, yeah, just to reassemble the black part of a poppy, I just put black at the part where I was pouring the resin. So I just work it in. I do this for all the 4 poppies. I want to have them all in a very similar design. Sometimes I really like it when you have 4 coasters exactly the same. And yeah, as you know, guys, you never get exactly the same with resin art, but you know what I mean. So again, just these glass stones in black. I got them via Rebecca from Art of Chest Jacket. She was so nice to order them for me, and I'm very grateful. So sometimes I get one of the German ones to order for me from Temu or whatsoever. Just little supplies which I can pop into my resin art, and I'm very grateful for this. It's yeah, like I said, Rebecca, and it's also Petra from Petras Bunte Glitzerwelt, and I really, yeah, I really like it that they do this, that they order this for me, and then I give them the money for it, and etc., etc., etc. I'm giving you so many details about this. I guess you are not even interested. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm very grateful about the resin friendships I made in the past years, especially with the German girls. So there was a little time lapse. It's not so spectacular, but this is now a close-up after the time lapse. I just gave it a slight swirl on the surface. I didn't put my dotting tool too deep when I did the swirl. It's just for the back side, so it looks more interesting. But at the moment, I'm quite happy with the colors, but I don't know how the other side is gonna look like. Next day, I can demold, and I'm very curious how they turned out. So, yeah, they look quite interesting, and it's a very unusual mold, I need to admit, but it's very beautiful. Molds and Shapes always have such great ideas just to have different designs, and the quality of the molds are amazing. So I'm just, yeah, curious how this is gonna turn out, and let's have a look for the first one. And voila, look at this. I think they look very cute, but of course I still need to do the lining. But this is the first coaster, and I can assume that they all look very similar. This is the second one, and yeah, look at this. There, one glass stone just went, yeah, where it should not go, but this is nature, so nature is not always perfect, and I think, you know, it belongs to it. Next one, yeah, they are quite similar, and I'm very happy with the color that they have the red in there, but also the pinkish in there. Very nice. And the last one. And with this technique, I really adore how this floats into a crackle effect. Yeah, I just love it. Anyway, so I needed to wait another day because I was busy, and now I'm showing you very quickly and not so, yeah, excuse the camera, but it was early in the morning, and I did this on our kitchen table. And yeah, there's a light in the way, but I hope you don't mind. So I took a pen, an old pen. I have some of this metallic, what's normally in those pens. I have a can of this, and I'm just drawing the lines. It's now quite thick, and the where I go over the lines, I use later a little bit of acetone. Do you say acetone? I hope I pronounce it okay. And there you can really get rid of all the gold which is not where it should be. If you know what I mean. I mean, when the lines are too thick, then you can just get rid of this so your surface is quite good again and your lining is where the lining should be. Yeah, there I was off camera. I didn't notice. I had my mobile phone in my other hand, and I thought, oh, nobody can see what I'm doing. Yeah, but I hope you still have mercy with me. But yeah, I did this lining, like I said, very early in the morning. So I could also do the top coat because I was not home the whole day. And this is another one. And you can see how it's going to look like. Anyway, so, and now the last step is coming. And I mixed some of the Mastercast resin because I love the Mastercast resin for top coats because it never gives any traces of, when the weather is too cold or anything. Sometimes you have those ugly traces on the surface, and I never ever have it with the Mastercast. I added a little bit of the Magnolia Shimmer from Laura's Art Corner in there to have just this sparkle on my little poppy coasters. And now I just spread my resin, and actually I don't mind when the resin is just dripping down the sides. I just love it, you know. I love it when it goes over the sides, and it gives it a more plastic, no, not plastic, I don't know how to say this, a more 3D effect, a more depth. I just like it. Some people just make sure that they don't get over the edges, but for me it's the easiest way, and I really like this, like I said. So I have done my top coat, and now you can see the final result. And look at these. I really adore them. I think they are very cute. I hope you can see them right, because yeah, we had not such a nice day. It was quite dark, and yeah, I could not film proper, and I needed to put the light on, but I think you can see. Thank you, Molds and Shapes, for doing such a beautiful mold. And yeah, let's be creative in this one. Okay, I love and leave you here. I thank you for watching, and take care, guys. Bye bye.